situation in the Micra can be best described as poor. Basically, the gearbox is almost completely given up at this stage. I'm finding it increasingly difficult to select first, second, and now third. It's really not a good state of affairs. When I purchased the car, I was told the gearbox was a bit stiff, and it was. Thought it would kind of loosen up with a bit of time, but it's gotten gradually worse as I've owned it. I've owned it since last August, and it's just now at a stage where it's really, really difficult to drive. Fourth and fifth still seem okay, but first will point blank often refuse to engage, especially when you are progressing from a standstill, which is just, you just can't have that. I'm sitting here and I'm soaring away at it and nothing's happening. It's just really, really painful for my arm. I suppose it's a bit dangerous too. This is likely to be then one of the last videos you'll ever see of me in this car, because it's going to be going to the scrapyard very soon. With every single gear shift, I fear the whole box is just going to disintegrate and explode. There's going to be bits of cogs and oil and metal all over the road, and I'll be stranded. Here's a small clip yesterday of me trying to engage first at a junction. Into first. Oh. Yes, there's first. There's second. My arm is quite sore at this stage. That's third. So as you can see, not good. It's just a bit of a train wreck at the minute. As well, you know, sunroof is still leaking in the middle of winter. Awful news. The interior is damp, it's musty, it's humid. Windows are all steamed up with condensation whenever I get into it. It's just not a nice place to be at the moment. And it's a shame too, really, because second there. Oh. It is a shame as well because apart from the about to grenade itself gearbox, the rest of the car is mechanically very straight. The engine pulls well, it feels absolutely fine, it revs nicely, it handles brilliantly, and the brakes are absolutely fine too, and all the electrics work. So if it wasn't for this bloody gearbox, I'd keep it. And you know, it's taxed for another month and it's NCT'd, Irish MOT'd, until the end of May, so it seems a shame to be having to get rid of it. But I mean, what's the cost of a new gearbox, or even a used gearbox on one of these plus installation going to be? Labour costs are going to be massive on that one, never mind the parts. So the car only cost me 550 quid. All of that work to put a new gearbox in, etc., is probably going to be 300-400 quid minimum if I get a mechanic on a good day or after a few beers. So it's financially unviable at this stage. So it's going to be going to the great big scrapyard in the sky. But I have to say, don't let my experience of this knackered old gearbox put you off. K11 Micras are fantastic cars. Really cheap, very, very dependable, quite nippy, very frugal on fuel, and there's loads of them out there. And spares, parts availability, take your pick. There's tons of them left. So get one. If you want one, or if you think it might be a good car, go out and buy one. They're fantastic little things. I say there's loads of them left. They are dying off because of corrosion mostly, so watch that, of course. But you know, get one now. Don't leave it a couple of years. Get one now when there's still plenty of brilliant examples that are relatively cheap out there. But for this one, it's almost at the end of the road. Yes, there's first. Oh. Jesus Christ. I have though managed to perfect a clutchless gear change, and I'll show you it now. No point to me trying to preserve this gearbox because of course it's pretty much dead. So we're in fourth now. If we want to do fifth, this is my knee, off the clutch, we're in fifth. Honestly, it's just knackered. It's ready for death.